Good morning. Hey everyone. Welcome to a freezing cold Wednesday morning, or I don't know, wherever you are, Tuesday evening or afternoon. Light jumper. What? Light jumper. I mean my top? Okay. Oh, forgot to turn my email off. And dropping frames. I have to watch this. OBS is dropping frames. So hi everyone. Hello. How's everyone going? Cheers. Oh, that's hot. Hello, Flynn. And OBS P&P. How's everyone's week been? My week has been pretty good. Well, it's only 3 days in, right? Fear my blue spanner. Why is Dave Darko wielding his spanner? Have you tried putting a net under the computer to catch the dropped frames? That's really funny. Yeah, stockings. I'm wearing stockings just to catch the drop frames. Okay, we can start now because Fred Flintstone's here. Cool. So I'm going to do roll call. Roll call first. Oh, actually, this stacks of people drops coming in. So before I do roll call, no, I'll do roll call now while there's not so many people. It might be quicker. So, hey Jay, how you doing? I was thinking about you this morning, actually. Remind me and I'll tell you why. Hey Rat Madness, good morning. Michael. Hey Mehmet. Azzy, hello G-Bound. Death Shaker. Embedded Hobbyist, hello. Hello Paul, hello Sylvia. Good morning Johnny. Hey Deshepu. Hey Sven. Hello Andy Day. See if I can scroll quickly. Hey Didier. Flavor of coffee do you like? I'll put a cup of it in the coffee machine here. I don't do flavor. I'll explain in a second. Hang on. Good morning Leon. From Amsterdam. I love Amsterdam. Good morning, Henrik. Hey, Paul. Hello, Albert. Hello, James Ellsbrook. Scrolling. Good morning, Mark. No new cookies tonight. Oh, shame. It's okay. Emma deserves a night off as well, or a day off. Whatever it is. Hello, Dave Odessa. Hello, Andy Callaway. Hey, Rota. Good morning, Adam Bryant. Or good evening, I should say. Hey, Graham. Made it on time today. It makes two of us. Hello, Alex. Tiny LED Matrix. Becoming solar minimum? What's a solar minimum? I don't know. Hey, did you cool things? Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Marius. Hello, Yuri. Said hi to Flynn already. Hello. Hello, Aragoto. Hello, Joe. Hello, Cable Tie. Good morning, Helmet. And yes, Dave Darko. Why are we fearing your blue spanner? Hello, David Hines. Dave Hines, I should say David. You never know. Chris Orban. Hello. Oh, and it jumped. Can I find it? No. Backwards. Okay, it really jumped. Hello, Fred Flintstone. Hello, Shaq. Oh, we're almost there, maybe. Hey, Simon. Hello, Christopher White. Hello, Gary T from Canada. Andy Callaway sending me a present. What? Hello, Dustin. Hey, Jerry. Hey Gustus. Hello Colin Hickey. Hey Rob. Hey TLR Lucifer. And Robert L. My first live YouTube. Excellent. Great to have you here, mate. Hello Kuka. Okay, Ian Scott Johnson. Hello Scotland. Love Scotland. Love Scotland. Okay, getting to the end, I think, maybe. Hello Pierre. Hey Andy Mouse. Hello George Morris. Oh, it jumped again. Damn! Why does it do that? 40 degrees in Arizona. Oh, it is freezing cold here right now. Show us your shirt. We want to know the secret. What? What are we talking about? What secret? What are you talking about, Adam? Flynn, you're going to be banned from the iPad. Time to get off the stream, buddy. Hello, George. Sorry, now I've lost track of everything. Hello, Jason. And Alex. Wow. Lots of new names in the chat today, which is awesome. Officialism from Turkey. Hello. Hello, Willie. Okay, have I got everyone? Nissim, hello, and Gary D119. Okay, I think I got everyone. I'm caught up. Wow, that was a lot of people. I'm sure more people coming in. Hello, Dave Artis. I missed one from Northern Ireland. Hello. Also love Ireland. Anyway, wow. So Flynn let the cat out of the bag. Flynn's dropping the mic. Flynn dropped the mic. Flynn's going to be in big trouble. Hey J-Man. Hey Teletronics. Hello John Meeking. Well, sure, here we go. Whatever. There it is. Don't buy CHARMHIGH. I hope this is the right way around on the picture. Hello Logic Spark. Hello JTax. Hey Ketan. So, yeah, made myself a t-shirt. Hello, P-Boy. Yeah. My best work, not really. It's a dark t-shirt, so I didn't have a lot of options for what I could do. I think I'm going to have to move the camera back a bit just to be able to make sure we get it all in frame, except now it's getting the edge of my computer. Hang on. Sorry, we'll get there. There we go. That's better. I need to make my chair taller. It doesn't go any taller. There you go. I think that's nice and bold, don't you think? Is that why I was late for roll call? No, I did this last night. That's why I had to get off the call with you, Mark, last night. I had to get this done. Are they for sale? Well, no. I mean, it's a one-off, but I'm thinking of, yeah, I might make some t-shirts, put them on Redbubble, and I won't make anything off them. I'll just, whatever they cost, people can buy them, yeah, at cost. What do you think? So I wasn't cold. I was just hiding my tears. No, I'm actually cold. The heater's on, quite warm, and I've got goosebumps right now. It is cold today, very cold. What did I miss? How much does it cost to get your TinyPICO made by someone else? I don't get them made by someone else. I make them. I don't understand what you mean. Every supplier is going to charge you a different price depending on what it is. J-Man, sorry. Hello, yeah. Hello, Ian. Sorry if I've missed anyone in the chat. I mean, you should sell the t-shirts to find out. Well, I thought of that, but I don't want to make any money off them. And let's face it, I'd have to sell a lot of t-shirts, right? Build CHARMHIGH for the cost of the t-shirts. I can't even get CHARMHIGH to pay for the cost of one nut or bolt on the machine. Very subtle, yeah. Yeah, I was going to make it worse. We can get some. I can do stickers, yeah, but things cost too much. Like I can't ship stuff. So Sylvia wants one, just to confuse the girls at work. Okay. What is the best shipping cost for the TinyPICO to the US? Buy from Crowd Supply, because you get it's $6 shipping anywhere in the US, or Mauser. It's $26, and that includes shipping anywhere in the US by not by post, but by proper whatever they use, FedEx. Tindy's not $27. No. Shipping for me, because I ship from Australia when I sell on Tindy, so it's $20 plus whatever the shipping is, and shipping right. Oh yeah, shipping is $27, right? Because I can only do express post right now. I can't do normal post. So the only way I can ship pretty much anywhere in the world is express post, which is, yeah. So I sent it. So it costs me $47 Australian to send a package express post to America. Even one TinyPICO in a little bag. Even if the bag was only this big, doesn't matter. Express post, $47 plus the cost of the bag. There's nothing I can do. It's pandemic. But yeah, Crowd Supply or Mauser, they've got stock now. Although they're still, I think they're still processing it, and the rest of the stuff's going today, getting picked up today. So yeah, that's the cheapest way. You can buy a board and shipping from Crowd Supply cheaper than just the shipping from me. Sucks. Or you can get free postage on Amazon, but the TinyPICOs on Amazon are more expensive. Can a mod post this link for the TinyPICO? Hope I got that right. There's a shop. Click on the shop, and all the different places you can get. But everyone's just getting restocked now. Like Adafruit is still out, and everyone else, because all that stock's only just got to the States, and it's now getting, yeah. So it's still going to take some time. The reverse black on white makes the t-shirt message very prominent. It does, but I didn't want to do it that, like I was going to, yeah. I didn't want to cut the letters out. Have you sorted a vacuum cleaner to recover the bits on the floor? I have actually vacuumed my floor. My office is clean for the first time. For the first time since the S1 arrived. I've done a complete clean of the office. And even like my desk. Oh, yeah, it's exciting. But no, I've not vacuumed under the pick and place machine. I don't want to do that. I want to see what's under there. I don't want to just vacuum it up. Like at some point that pick and place is going to go, or it's going to, if I'm stuck with it, it's going to go into my garage. So once that happens, I want to see what's under there. It's going to be exciting. Exciting. I can tell you that I found 11 more D4s, about 16 USB connectors, 5 antennas, and 7 CP2104s under the pick and place machine a couple of days ago from the last batch of boards I made. So that was exciting. I used some of those for what we're doing today. Hello, Mr. Pure Basic. Mauser listing says they ordered. No, they've got more than that coming in. No, they've already sold some of them. Yeah, okay, yeah. So they'll have TinyPICOs. Mauser should already have them. They just have to process them. Wow, get into creating your own international shipping. No, that's the problem. I can't, because you've got to leverage other people's services, and that's why it's so expensive and crazy right now. So next is the don't buy a CHARMHIGH forehead tattoo. Nah, I don't want anything permanent, just in case they ever come up and do the right thing. You know, the deal's on the table. The electric feeders and that $3,200 compensation, which I think is fair, that deal is on the table. They are just ignoring. What they're doing instead is they're badgering me by they're getting other people to badger me now. So they're getting other field engineers in China to contact me to help me to fix the machine. And when I say to them, yeah, thanks, but no, that's not the deal that's on the table. I'm not interested. Thank you. Please go back to Kimmy and tell her to stop getting people to contact me. Instead, they email me back asking me for more information about how they can help me fix the machine. They just completely ignore me, right? Hello, Bruce. So it's just disrespectful, right? They're living in La La Land. So now I'm being hassled by people I don't know on Kimmy's behalf and on CHARMHIGH's behalf. It's just awesome. Hey Gustus, yeah, it's not a 4-hour stream. It's not a 4-hour stream. But yeah, we'll get there. Got lots to do today, and we will. Hello, Aaron. Nice shirt. Thanks. Made it myself. Yeah, they're wasting time. They're trying to wear me down. And they're just wasting time. No, it won't be 4 hours. It won't be like Brian's stream. Absolutely 2 hours, he said. Locked off 2 hours, and then it went for 2.5. Yeah. What else did I miss? If they refund, will you remove the videos? Sure. If they take this deal, I'll remove the videos. No problem. I already said that to them. They just don't want to do it. If you put BS before the lies, then it all rhymes. Hang on. Don't buy CHARMHIGH. BS, deceit, lies. Oh no, deceit, BS, lies. Kind of, not really. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yo, Colin, what's up, sports fans? Sorry. Did I say hi to Station 240? I think I did. No, maybe I didn't. Anyway, hi to anyone I haven't said hi to. I want to know why Dave was what happened with the spanner. Hello, Savage Electronics. Wow, so many people I've missed. Must be the most valuable bag in the world right now. Oh, not under the CHARMHIGH. Not so much then. What? Okay, I don't know. Anyway. Hey, David. Yes. Hey, Simply Leia? Yeah, if I got that wrong, I'm sorry. Hey, Jet Gyrotech. Thanks, everyone. Is it for a particular model or models of the CHARMHIGH? I'm not saying all the models are shit. I mean, they're obviously built cheap. This particular one they sent me is a dud. It's a lemon, right? I can't claim for anyone else's. This one clearly is a lemon. And they won't acknowledge that. They won't admit that there's anything wrong with the machine still. And they, you know, they won't fix it. They want me to fix it without them having to do anything. But they won't make right on this machine. Hello, Roger. Hello, David Boyd. They're not available. I only made it last night. They're not, but maybe I will. Well, I don't want to ship t-shirts from my store. It's too expensive for me to ship stuff. I might set up a Redbubble. I've got a Redbubble store. I've never done anything with it because I've got some other t-shirts that I plan to do. I might put these up on Redbubble that people can buy. And I'll do them, like I won't mark them up at all. Can't hurt me with words I don't understand. Yeah, all I can do is tell people my experience with them, right? I'm telling people not to buy CHARMHIGH because the issue is they lied to me. They've lied. I've caught them out in lies and I've caught them out in deceit. That's the issue, right? You know, at the start it was never a, no, we're not going to help you, you're on your own, buy. It was just lots of lies. You know, my last video I posted the chat where she lied. Like, she blatantly lied and told me I can have a refund if the electric feeders don't work, if one electric feeder doesn't work, right? And what she meant was, we know they're going to work, so we won't have to give you a refund. No, that was never a real offer, is what she said afterwards, after I had to push her, right? Anyway. Wasn't Zero waiting for the same machine? Yeah, he's still waiting. Zero himself hasn't got his machine yet. It's stuck in America. They're on the other side of America. Hey, Johnny FP01 just received the TVM 925, and it also has the same Yamaha feeders as the CHARMHIGH, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes. There is an issue with jumping parts on pneumatic feeders, but not like this, right? There are other people that have the issue, and it's, you know, 1 out of every 50 parts or whatever, like you can tune it to stop it. Right, when I plugged this machine in at the start without my air modifications, every part on every feeder on the 8mm feeders, tape or plastic, jumped out. Every part, right? That's a machine design issue. So, and they're still jumping out even with my changes. So, let's move on. I'm happy to keep talking CHARMHIGH throughout the stream, but let's move on. I need to plug a light in because we're working on my left today. My left. Yay! Look at this. So, oh, I forgot to do something. Wait. I knew I was going to forget to do something. That's okay. I fixed the ceiling light. 2 of them. I did. Did you? You can't hack their firmware. They're not even the OpenPNP guys were able to really get their firmware hacked properly. The OpenPNP solution for these small CHARMHIGH machines is to replace the controller with a SmoothieWare one. Yeah, they do some really obscure things. 1 second. You probably know you're going to be able to see that. Oh, what have I done? I knocked something. Can anyone see that? We have a flashing LED, yay! But what's important about that is, so for those of you remember, ages ago, when I first started playing with the Raspberry Pi with the MCP 23017, I couldn't get any of the Adafruit stuff working, so I started writing my own wrapper. But I've got the Adafruit stuff working now. So this is using the using Blinker and using the Adafruit MCP library from CircuitPython. Can you get the firmware image from the CHARMHIGH? I can hack. There is a guy that worked out how to get it off, but not on this machine, on a different machine. I don't know, possibly, but yeah, it's... So the thing is, just hacking this machine, or even me tinkering to fix it, isn't something I'm interested in doing. Right, I'm going to have a conversation quickly. I'm just going to quickly have a conversation. Sorry, folks, before I'll get back to this in a second. 2 things. Well, it's based on the same thing. So there was a comment that was made to me on one of my videos yesterday, which I've actually... anyway. And there were 2 points made in it. The first one was the implication that I'm not capable of fixing this machine, and I should get a professional in to fix this machine, right? That my electrical, mechanical, and troublemaking that my electrical, mechanical, and my problem-solving skills are crap, and that I'm just going to break the machine if I try to tinker with it, right? That was one, right? And to that, all I say is, yeah, whatever. Yeah, because this guy knows me from a bar of soap. How? Anyway, but the other comment was that I am blackmailing CHARMHIGH. I'm blackmailing CHARMHIGh, right? And I want to be very clear. My troublemaking skills are freaking the best. I am the best. Anyway, the world's best troublemaker. Actually, I'm the second world's best troublemaker, because I've never met the best. But there might be someone more than me. Anyway. But on the blackmail, right? There's no blackmail. Sorry, can't say that. Or extortion. Okay, I'm not even going to get into that politically correct stuff. He said I was blackmailing CHARMHIGh. And let's be clear. The guy doesn't know what the word means. right? Because when you blackmail someone, what you're doing is you're extorting them for money or whatever by holding something against them when they've done nothing wrong to you. Okay? CHARMHIGH have done something wrong. They took my money, they sold me a machine that they knew was not capable of doing what they say it can do and what I bought it for, and then refused to make good on it. Okay? So me doing what I'm doing is not blackmailing or extorting them. Is it strong-arming them? Sure. Is it shaming and embarrassing them into doing the right thing? Absolutely. You could even call it, I hate to say the word, but I think it fits, you could even call it bullying them. Do I want to be a bully? No, I don't. I don't think I'm bullying them in the sense of, like I'm not making them cry. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not, like, does that make sense? I mean, I guess there's different levels of bullying, but you could, I guess in a way you could call it that I'm bullying them, right? I'm strong-arming them and I'm embarrassing them because they've not done the right thing and they've lied about it and they've been dealing with me in bad faith the whole time. There are other people that have similar issues to me, Shaq, but not as bad. This is a faulty machine. On top of the fact that the feeder system is terrible and they don't have individual air for the front and back, and you can't tweak anything, and it's a terrible design, right? But there are stacks of people out there that are using them but aren't doing 0402, right? They're doing larger components and they don't have a problem, right? But I'm using 0402 for 90% of my parts. They knew that when I bought the machine. They knew, because I had to buy the special feeders for the 0402 parts. They knew exactly what I was doing and knew that there was an issue. I got it in writing from their engineer that there is an issue with the pneumatic feeders, yet they sold it to me anyway, and then they won't do the right thing. Yes, 0603s are jumping too. All parts jump for me. 0805 jumps for me. So, I'm not blackmailing. Blackmailing is the wrong word. The guy that accused me of blackmailing, seriously, he should maybe check a dictionary, right? When it comes to my problem-solving, mechanical, electrical skills, well, I really don't care what the guy thinks. But I just wanted to be clear, right? This is not blackmail. This is not extortion. Right, I just want a refund for something that doesn't perform as advertised and is clearly faulty that they still won't admit it. Right? Apparently it's my design file that makes the machine miscount and halfway through a board start placing it offset. It's my design file, I got told. Please send us your design file so we can fix it for you so it stops doing that. Yeah, right. So 5 boards in a row work perfectly fine on my design file. And then all of a sudden it loses count and mid-board it gets offset. But that's my design file. Like, that's how just ridiculous it is. Anyway. Yeah, the parts are rotating the wrong way around. That's right, because they forgot to send it to the right country. Yeah, you gave them every opportunity. I've given them every opportunity. I did all this privately before I started. Right, yeah, I don't have that much influence, unfortunately, Paul. I wish I had more. But sure, yeah, like that's all I'm trying to do. I just want them to make good. I want them to stand behind their product or admit when there's an issue. And there's clearly an issue, and they still won't do it. Yeah, I might send Davey an email, a t-shirt. I'm chatting with him on email at the moment. Right. And for everyone that's trying to tell me how I can fix the machine, I bought a working machine. Well, it was supposed to be working. It doesn't work. I'm not interested in fixing it. I'm interested in getting my money back, or I'm interested in getting electric feeders like they promised that they've now reneged, and compensation for all the other parts that I have to replace myself because they won't replace them. You can start soldering, Gustas, no worries. Oh, what happened? Wait, what did Bruce say? And what did Rob do? I could send Dave Darko around with this spanner. Hey Dave, do you want a trip to China? Try selling them on Teespring. Yeah, I was going to do Redbubble, but yeah, there's a few different places. Tell them to ship me a free one, I'll find their issues. Dude, they won't ship you a free one. They won't even take this one back. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing. Guess what I've been accused of by CHARMHIGH? You'll love this one, folks. You'll love this one. Let me preface what I'm gonna tell you, and then we'll get to soldering. This is okay. So, this machine arrived Friday morning, the day I got it, whatever Friday it was, Friday morning. Yeah. I had it in, Alan, it took us like 2 hours to get it in here, Alan and I. Oh, mate. Got it in, whatever. He left. I had it on and up and running with my files on it, because the files were the same from the old machine, and tweaked, ready to calibrate my board with tape on it, with a couple of parts, right? Within 2 hours of having the machine in here. So Friday afternoon, right? And it was at that point, straight away, that I contacted Kimmy for the first time and told her there was an issue with the feeders and parts bouncing. So Friday, the Friday the machine arrived is the Friday I told them there was an issue with the machine, right? Guess what I've been accused of by them? You'll love this one. That I bought the machine off them with the sole intention of getting my production done, and then complaining it's faulty and asking for a refund, so I got free pick and placing. I got free pick and placing because I that's all I'm doing. And you ready for this? And I did that to Neoden. They accused me of doing that to Neoden as well. That I bought a machine from Neoden, I did my production on it. Yeah, everyone knows that I didn't get anything made on it, right? And then made them give me a refund, and I got free pick and placing. I'm a scam artist, I got told, that all I want is free pick and placing. Wow. Geez, if I wanted free pick and placing, there'd be a much easier way of doing it, right? That's that's the last thing they've accused me of now. That my intent the whole time was to cheat CHARMHIGH out of a machine to get free pick and placing. Fucking love it. Don't buy CHARMHIGH. Anyway, so can see that coming. Yeah, right. She's totally forgotten that the day I got the machine was the day I started reporting issues. And on that Saturday, I actually bugged her all day Saturday on her day off with all the issues I was finding with the machines from day one. Hadn't even run a board yet. Anyway, all lies and bullshit. I told you. Deceit, lies and bullshit from CHARMHIGH. So, here we go. Let's go back to here. So this is exciting. This is exciting that I've got their library working. It just means that working now, it's going to be much easier to move my existing TinyPICO test code over now to here. So, where do we go from here? Well, look at this. Can everyone hear me okay? I might move my microphone closer. What pick and place am I buying next? I don't know yet. It's still up in the air. I'll have more news about that maybe in a couple of weeks. How quick is it? How quick is what? How quick is a pick and place machine? terrible. This one, it's supposed to be faster than my old one. It's about 40% slower. So, remember I built this on my stream a little while ago, which I still haven't finished. We're going to finish this today. And why we're going to finish it? Because I've got something I can test. Look at this, everyone. Oh, wrong way round. Dun dun dun. So, everyone remember this? I got these made, designed this on a stream and got these made, and JLC PCB wrecked them. They did wreck them. They gave me my money back. All good. They gave me my money back. And so I wanted to see if I could get this working, and I had to design a jig. They do look familiar, Paul. So let me just take this out. So it's really bad. It's not good. And I'll show you why in a moment. So I built a jig to try to get this working. So this is 3D printed. I had to go through quite a few revisions to get this working, because these slots are really they're too small for the printer to do, right? With a 0.4mm nozzle. Yeah, they're Frodo pins. I'll show you in a second. So I had to really hack the positions and scale of these, because you can see they're all slightly different length, right? Because even though they're square, the printer rounds the corners the way it moves, right? So, hello P-Mouse. What if we should send CHARMHIGH? Pause to EV blog for teardown. Yeah, I don't want to have to send this anywhere. Anyway, well, so I'm going to focus on this just for a moment. Anyway, so it took me 3 attempts. I got this working, and then the problem is the slots are too wide. Can I get closer? That's as close as I can get. Let me see if I can get to manual focus, so I can get it a bit closer. So these slots are really wide, and because they're so wide, hang on. Because they're so wide, the pins move sideways, and because they move sideways, it's really, really hard to get this in and out. I'm going to have to get these boards redone. Okay, now it just lost focus. Excellent. One moment. I'm going to lock it. Okay, I'm going to have to get these boards redone, but I wanted to see if the process even works, right? So, because they wrecked the slots, so what they did is I had a 5mm slot, and they used a 1mm bit, and they made the slots 1.1 to 1.2 millimeters wide. But because they started the in and out points where my 5mm ones were, they've made the slots too long in the wrong direction. Right? So what I did to get this working was I grabbed these. Where'd I put them? Don't spill them. So I grabbed these pins and I bent them out. I stretched them. And I had to stretch them so far that the only way I could get them back in was under a microscope with tweezers, one at a time, feeding them in. It was a nightmare. So it took me about 2.5 hours to build this. One moment, please. It wasn't a big live, one moment, please, but yes, it was a one moment, please. Is that plastic jig melting a bit when you solder? It didn't melt. Yeah, it wasn't great. It's really a one-off type thing. So I had to manually bend every single one of these pins, and because I manually bent them, they're not even. Can you see? So it's a really terrible solution. Really terrible. Like I can't use this for production, because to get a board in is really, really hard. Because it's 3 sides, right? And because the pins aren't even, I have to... Hang on. Okay, there you go. I got one in. Like, it's nowhere near as nice as just dropping the board in, right? Because they're not even. And if I bend them back too much, then they don't do good electrical contact. But anyway, it's good enough to test with. So, what I did was I made some nanos. I have 2 nanos here that I've made. And the difference is this one, which has got the green number on the back, which you might be able to see because I painted it green. Yeah, it is awkward. It's awkward because the pins are all at a different length, right? But I'm going to get these remade with someone who can do the 5mm milling, the 0.5mm milling, and then the slots will be fine. Even if they did the 0.8, it would have been fine, but they completely wrecked them, right? So the difference is this one he was using low temp paste, and this one he was using high temp paste. Now, my production boards are going to use high temp paste, but the problem right now is I don't know if this high temp one reflowed properly because I had to stick this little board through my oven and my conveyor belt, and because of that I had to stick it on another board, which completely changed the characteristics of the board when it went through the oven, right? Yeah, you can send me that, Paul, but mine's fine. It's just that JLC PCB wrecked the slots. They made them 1.2mm wide, right? I mean, there's hardly, like on some of these boards, there's no copper. There's no FR4 between the slots. Like, they completely destroyed them, and they've chewed right into the tinning on the pins. Can you slice the pins in laterally from the side? One fixed set of pins and one that slides. Possibly, but I shouldn't have to. Like, if these pins were all this, if I didn't have to bend these and these are all the same, this would slot in much easier. Can you show them together? Can I show what together? Facebook antennas. Sorry, what am I missing? No, I didn't get new boards. This is the crap board. As I said, it took me 2 hours to put this together. And I had to manually bend every single one of these Frodo pins. I had to bend them further than the slot was. And then under a microscope, I had to get... It was really awkward. I had to get 2 tweezers, hold each leg, and bend it back together to get it into the slot and let it spring back out again. It was really awkward. But the reason I did it is without this, I can't finish this. I want to finish this, and I can only finish this if I have something to plug into it, right? And there are people waiting for nanos, so, and I need to build nanos for my Reflow Master Pro. Yeah, it's a circular thing, right? I'll never do it again. Like, there's no way I'd build another one of these adapters. Never. Like, not with these boards. It was shocking. It was so frustrating. Wouldn't it be easier to make another board on top? How do I make a board on top? These are castellated boards. They need to be connected from the side. No, this is the right way to do it, but these boards were wrecked by JLC PCB. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, I have not loaded one of these other ones in yet. Anyway, we need to finish this off. So I'm going to solder headers on these. I'm going to finish this. I've got a box of all the stuff I need. Let's zoom back out again now. All the stuff I need to finish this. So let's do that. Let's finish it. And let's put it together on a Pi. And let's see if we can get it working. That's what we're going to do today. These are called Frodo Pins. Well, no. So Paul... Yeah, Paul's a mod. No, you're not a mod. Hey, Paul, I'm going to make you a mod. Hey, James. Paul, do you want to post that link to Farnell or Element 14 if you want to? So Paul found some other ones. They're a bit different to this, but they're the same type of thing. Hey, Photo Chromax. So where you can get these from. So let's do this. Let's turn my iron on. while that's heating up, I'll tell you a story about my dead hot air station. I need to buy a new hot air station. Unfortunately, my hot air station and soldering iron are the same unit, and I don't really want to replace the whole station because I like my iron. But I don't know if you can see along here, I had to cut a whole lot of the shroud off because I was using it. I use my hot air station so much, and because this pick and place machine is so shit, I had to do so much rework that when I use it now, it smells like burnt plastic smell. Why has my camera moved again? Okay, sorry about the computer in the corner. That's really annoying. I'll move that over. Can you feel the power? This is not on, by the way. Yeah, it smells like when I'm working. I can only use it for a small burst of time. And it was melting some of the shroud, and I cut that off. And even though I cut off like, a centimeter, like 2 sections of shroud, it still doesn't smell great when I'm using it. What company is your soldering station? Who do we blame? No, not blaming anyone. I'm blaming... Can I tell you something? No, I'm not blaming no one. I bought this soldering station for $99. I bought it 2.5 years ago for $99, and it's still working great. I put easily 1,000 hours into this hot air station. So yeah, I'm totally fine that it's dying. But wow, a new good hot air station starts at $800, up to $3,000. Like, you got to be kidding me. Anyway, so where do we start? I might start with putting headers on here first. Ripped off. I only paid $97. Yeah, I think I paid $97 for mine. Whatever it was. And I can buy a whole new station for $97 again. And I might just do that. I don't know. But it was just, look, it's lasted me a really long time. I've been very happy with it. Oh, did I just wreck that one? I knew I just was going to do that. That's why I brought 2 of them. Shouldn't have used my finger. Where are my pliers? Where are my cutters? Cutters. Where are they? Here they are. Okay, I knew I was going to do that. Bummer. Okay, so that's 1. So I'm doing male headers on the adapters and female on the board, as you will see in a moment. Off. Check it again. Looks good. Off by 1 errors. Yes, they are annoying. Okay, see, that's why I use the staggered pins. Look, they don't fall out. I can almost leave them. I've always been curious to know whether I could just plug this in. Oh, wrong way around. I know they're not soldered yet, but whether I could plug it in and not use the headers. See, that might actually work. Mechanically, electrically, that might actually make good contact. But the pins inside are touching, almost touching the MCP chips. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put female headers on it. So I'm not going to solder that yet, because I want to do female headers first here. Now, I don't have long enough headers, so what I've got are, they're 14 pins. No, 20 pins. Wow, can't count. So I have an 8 and a 12. Can you offset the pins slightly in the part library? So they already are. There are a set of headers in Eagle that SparkFun have made. I think they were the first people to do it, that are offset like that. So they got straight ones and offset ones. Now, I found combos of these that line up okay. So when you put these next to each other, that gap here, and these ones are the right ones, the gap between the two of them isn't always the right pitch because of the moulding of the plastic. And so when you try to put them together next to each other, they don't line up. But I went through all of my... What's going on here? I went through all of mine and found matching pairs. You see they line up and they sit flush. Obviously I need to get them straight. So yeah, it took me a while. If I put this one over here, they won't line up. And see this one here won't go together because of, right? But if I turn it around, it does, because this has got too much plastic hanging off the end. But I wasn't going to go and buy just two headers, right? So that's fine. Okay, so let's solder those on first. I need something for this to sit on. What can I put under there that's tall enough? Nope. Come on, anything. So I cleaned up my desk and now I can't find my little things. Okay, some blue tack. Or pink tack. That'll do. Pink tack. Who said cheese? What? Sorry, I'm missing the chat. If there's anything... Yeah, the second quick stations. Oh, right, okay. What I was saying cheers and cheese for? If I get a new hot air station, I want to get a really good one. Because I use it a lot. It's probably my most used tool. So I want to invest in something good, but oh my god, some of the prices. Wow, like up to $3,000. Oh, Catan's going. Catch you later. Okay, we're soldering. Finally. Okay. Really not bright enough. Through the camera it might be, but not in my eyes it's not. I need a bit more light. I'm going to have to redirect my light down so I can see what I'm doing. That's going to be really bright. Let me just, sorry about the shadow, but I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, now my arm's in the way. That's not going to work. It's not light outside yet. Once it's light outside, I'll be able to see. It's a really nice spot to work. Anyway. Yeah, I was looking at the Hackos. So the cheapest Hacko I can buy in Australia, if I buy it from Australia and get an Australian warranty, yay, a real Hacko is about $890. Okay. I'm doing this without the air extraction, by the way. Can everyone see the smoke? Woo. Where's Julian? Hey Julian, I'm doing hand soldering. Your favourite thing. Let me just check them. They're in. They're straight. They look pretty straight. My room lit up when you increased your light. Weird. You're sitting in the dark right now, are you? So I'm bouncing my light off the roof. That way I don't get shadows, or don't get strong shadows. But because of that, it's good for the camera. It's not good for me. That's okay. I'll live. Probably should have put the Pi header on first. So for those that don't know what this is, it's my new version of my test jig. That's a multi-board test jig. So my original TinyPICO test jigs were just for the TinyPICOs. The TinyPICO connects via pogo pins directly to the test jig board. So, which is great, but I don't have to make a custom test jig for every board I make. So what I've done is re-engineered this board to take an adapter, and it uses two MCP 23017s That's not good. I really can't see, honestly, folks. It might not look like it with the light, but that's because I've got my aperture open really far on the camera. So I've got two MCP 23017s, which are I2C muxes. They've got 16 I/O on each of them. So that gives me 32 I/O that I can test from this board. And so that then means that I can just make an adapter for every board that I want to test and use the same base. And then I just need to make some custom firmware or custom code, modified code per board for whatever I'm testing. So that is what this is. And this has been the hold up to why I've not released my Nano. The other problem with the Nano is there's no way I want to build them on this pick and place machine. So I'm going to have to probably hand build the Nanos, which kind of sucks. It sucks when you've got a $17,000 paperweight sitting behind you and you're sitting here hand building. Okay. Digi makes those kind of spring connectors for the dev boards for their XP modules. They are molded in plastic like normal nail headers, but I don't think they sell them. Yeah, so it was really hard to find these originally. The guy that has them, or Fred, who makes the his programming boards that use them, yeah, he didn't originally sell them. Did you, Paul? Did you post that link? I don't know if you did. If not, I'll do it. Thanks, James. Made it myself. Okay, does that look good? I think that looks okay. God, the lighting. Come on, daylight. Hurry up. Okay, so now I'll probably finish this board off first. So what else do we need? There's lots of stuff to go on. There is a button that goes here. This is the program button. So I've not cut any acrylic for this. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to cut these little thingos off. I'll show you what I mean by acrylic in a second. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Thank you. Hello, William. I don't know what that is. Can you not write stuff like that? Gibberish? Yep. Oh, someone got you. Gotta be careful. So right angle pogos. Yeah, right angle pogos won't work for me. Firstly, I need 1.27mm pitch, and secondly, I've got 3 sides on the board. Scrolling sign along the wall behind him at the ceiling, like a sticky tape. See, I want to put my logo there. I've got a logo project that's in pieces in my garage that's been sitting there for months. I want a massive, unexpected make a logo up on the wall, and I'm going to do that. For those that haven't seen what my test jig is, my TinyPICO Test Jig, this is my TinyPICO Test Jig. Wow, what did I just do? This is my TinyPICO Test Jig, and so as you can see, it's built up off a Pi, and it's got all this custom acrylic on the top that sits around the button and the screen and everything else, and then it's got a lever. I'm going to have to do the same thing for the Pro S2 and the Feather S2 and any other boards that are non-castellated, but because for the castellated boards I don't need this clamp thing or anything, so I can get away with not doing all this for now. If that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to put this button on, and I'm going to put, there's another button. So this side button is to shut it down. I hold this in for 5 seconds, and it tells the code to tell the Pi to shut down, because there's no off button on a Raspberry Pi, right? Which is, I still think is silly. So yeah, that's what these are for. Well, this is for, and the square button is the program button. Get BitLooney to make you an LED wall. I'm sure he will. But at what price? I'm not sure yeah. I don't mean this in a bad way. Like, I don't know if I trust his LED wall on my wall. I'd likely burn my workshop down. Okay. Wow, mouthful of fumes that time. Sponsored by JLC PCB. Yeah. 1.51 for one pin. What are we talking about? Ah, and Paul posted again. Cool. William's got a cat on the keyboard. Possibly. Okay, so we have a button. We have a button. RGB LED and the screen. Now the screen is going to have to. I'm going to put the screen on a header, and I don't have a 4-pin header, so I'm going to cut. Hope this will be okay. Space wise, I think so. So I'm going to cut 1 pin off each side. These are really long pins. I'll fix that up later. So I just need 4 pins, right? And the screen will just sit in the middle for. So need to solder that. I think that is straight. Make a 2 square meter PCB with ENIC plating of my logo. Oh wow, yeah, that'll only cost me how much? Actually, you can't. What? Anyone know what the biggest PCB? I know JLC can't do a PCB that big. I'm sure people can do massive PCBs, right? I mean, look at the size of some of the server motherboards. But yeah, I don't think that big. I don't think you can do 2 meter PCBs. Have to be lots of smaller PCBs. I hope that's straight. It is. Wow. Is it daylight yet? It's getting lighter outside. Yes, you can see that the lighting in the camera is getting brighter and brighter. Not in a bad way. Cost of PCBs these days is totally insane. It is insane. So's the cost of shipping them. But anyway. Oh, they're sharp. I know that's not the PCB manufacturer's fault, but still. Okay. Now, RGB LED. I'm not using an addressable one. I'm just using... I bought a stack of these years ago and did nothing with them, so... Pretty sure it goes that way. Don't know how high I want it, but maybe that'll do. My last PCB was 10 inch by 12 inches. Really? Wow, that's massive. We have to maybe blue tack this in place. I keep saying blue tack, but it's pink, right? If I've missed anyone's questions, please at me. And if I've missed saying hi to anyone, like, oh, hello. Yay! You bought a TinyPICO. Thank you. Awesome. Is that straight? LED's got to be straight. Got to be straight. It's really awkward too. Really tall. Anyway. Okay, so now it's getting too bright through the camera. I need to tone that down. Yes, there's daylight. Woohoo! And I'm going to have cold coffee. Okay. I hope I got that the right way around. I think I did. Yummy. What's yummy? Headphones charge and I'm back. Oh, is that why you left? Because of headphones. Cold coffee's yummy. Get a polarizer filter for my camera. Well, it's just that I start streaming in darkness, that's all. And I'm too lazy to set up my lighting rig properly. Like, I should just close the blinds and set up my lighting rig properly. Okay, so that's the RGB LED, which isn't the straightest. That's okay. Got my start, stop. Gonna work out how to do PWM on the Pi for the buzzer. Sun is the other side of the planet from me. We'll see sunrise and sunset and seasonal changes at almost the same times in the opposite direction. Yeah. So Jay, that's right, I meant to tell you at the very start, like, why I was thinking about you when I went to turn my RGB. So in my house, on my stream days, I turn on a strip of RGB LEDs to remind my family that I'm streaming, because they're rather forgetful, and so the idea is that they don't make lots of noise or come out the back running screaming. I've got nothing to support this right now, but that's okay. So, yeah. And then when I turned my RGB lights on, I remembered that Jay emailed me, I don't know if I replied to you or not, I can't remember, letting me know that apparently there's some scientific evidence to say that looking at RGB lights for too long or having them around you too much can damage your eyes, which I did not know about, which obviously, you know, I've got... I don't have crazy amounts of RGB in my house, not like some people I know. Yeah, okay, I didn't, yeah, right. Sorry about that, Jay. I couldn't remember if I did or I didn't. But I remembered about it when I turned them on today. So is it LED lights specifically, like in general, or just like RGB lights, or... I mean, surely the LED lights that they're switching out the halogens for, they're okay, right? Or are they not okay? Okay, so this is the Pi header. This is the extra long one from Adafruit. And the reason I need to use the extra long one is I need to have clearance above the Ethernet and the USB on the Pi. Hello, Zach. Only the blue light element that's bad. Interesting. Yeah, these are all still halogens in here. I will get them switched over at some point. Move this up so you can see what I'm doing. So I will have to build a few of these. I'll probably have to build maybe 4. I don't need one for my TinyPICOs, obviously, because I've got 2 test jigs already for those, so I can test twice as fast. But what I don't want to do, even though the daughter boards technically can be removed and switched, I don't want to do that on a test jig. The idea is to use the same base and replicate it, and then have the daughter boards permanently attached. But I don't want to hard solder them just in case, right? So for instance, let's say I've got a Nano test jig set up, and I've got a Pro S2 test jig set up, and then suddenly I need to make a massive amount of Pro S2s, and I need to test faster. I can just take the Nano adapter off, temporarily put a Pro S2 adapter on for testing, and then take it off again and put my Nano one back on. So I want these to be versatile, but they'll most likely be fixed to a particular board permanently without being permanently fixed. Does that make sense? I hope so. Wow, that's I'm getting a mouthful of smoke and fumes today. The board keeps rotating, which is not helpful. I think that is good. Thought Sven was a Dutchie. What did I miss? Anything? Bye Sven, catch you later. Okay, talking about LEDs, cool. So, this could be all I need. Maybe. So, I need to still solder this in, and I'm going to do that by putting it in here first to see if I've actually got the spacing right, and I might. Why is that not? Right, so using those two, that's the problem. Okay. So because of the spacing here between the two joins, I'm having a bit of problem getting these in. Oh, I should have done this one last. That's really annoying. That's okay. Yeah, see, that's quite hard to get in. It's even got a bend on it. I'm not sure if you can see. Because of the spacing. Damn. Can everyone see the bend? It's going to be hard to get back out again. Yeah, and it makes this hard to get on. Oh well, at least I know it's going to be mechanically strong and electrically wow, okay. Maybe staggered pins on both sides was not a good idea in this case. Okay, there we go. Like, I don't even have to solder this. I do not have to solder that. That is not coming out. Can everyone see what I'm doing? That is not falling out. Anyway, I will solder it. A cheap C connector suggestion. A cheaper C connector. You mean a USB type C? They're not that expensive. Hot glue. What's with the two USB ports? I'll show you. So, so the Raspberry Pi does not. Why does that keep going into zoom in? Anyway. The Raspberry Pi does not expose any of the USB ports via the headers. So the only way for me to access USB on my board is to go from USB of the Pi to USB on my board, like this, right? So now I've got USB on here for my test jig. And then on the TinyPICO, I have USB out again that goes to my TinyPICO. So here's a TinyPICO. That way I test the USB port, right? So that goes in there, and that goes there. So that's the board that's being tested. So the USB from here is going via this cable into here, and here into here. And the reason it's split like this and doesn't go all the way around into here is I've got data that comes into here, and data goes through here, but the power gets cut. The power doesn't come through here. The power gets controlled by a load switch via my code. So I turn the power on and off. That way I can do short detection. Right? So I need the same thing for this one. Except I've chosen to go USB-C on these because micro B is really flaky. I don't like it. So that's what the two are for. So I have these two cables, which I got myself. So it's going to go A from the Raspberry Pi into here. And then from here into here. And I have a feeling this might not even fit. Yeah, it will. Just. So that's the configuration for testing. And in this case, I just put a board in and out, right? But for my Pro S2, for instance, when my Pro S2 goes into the test jig, it'll actually go like this, like my TinyPICO. And then it'll go into the test jig with pogo pins. Does that make sense? If a board is in a shielded case, does it need EMI cert? I don't know. Do you flash every board with some test firmware with the Pi, or is that the test sequence? It's all part of the same thing. So it'll be the same with this, but my TinyPICO board, it erases the chip, it flashes it with MicroPython, it installs a whole bunch of test code, it tests the board, then it deletes the test code and puts the hello world code on there, the MicroPython code. So all that happens in one thing. And it tests everything. It tests the RAM, it tests the Wi-Fi, it tests all the GPIO. This board's going to do a little bit more. It's going to also test the battery, which I normally test afterwards. But I have quite a bit of code I need to modify on this to get all that working. Why not have the USB exposed in pads? Because I get asked all the time, because how do I test the USB port then? Users don't use pads to do their flashing, they use the USB port. So how do I test the USB port unless I plug a cable in and test the USB port? So by not plugging the USB in, I am missing a very important step that users do that I wouldn't do. Right? That's right, test like a user, not like a developer. Exactly. God, you can see how out of order these pins are because of my bending. Anyway, okay, let's solder this on. Sorry, I've been talking too long. Let's go. Let's get this finished soldered, and then we can start doing some. Well, then we'll plug it into the Pi and see what happens. Yay, Pi, yum, hungry now. Okay. It is getting nice and light outside. Can almost see. Cream, cheese, what? Butter, yum, butter. Where's Bit Looney? I want butter facts. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get this adapter board out again. Oh, come on. Do you eat brekkie before the stream? I don't eat breakfast generally, so no, I don't. I'm not really a breakfast person. You know what I mean. I know you should eat breakfast. It's a very important meal, and it kicks off your metabolism during the day and stuff. I know that, but I don't know. I'm not a. I'll do it from this side. Fact: Bit Looney craps on about butter a lot. That is true. Excuse me. Hi, say hello from Brazil. Hello from Brazil. Sylvia's on the kettle. How do I take my coffee? Just white, please, no sugar. Strong. We might have to do a coffee break, folks. What's the time? Whoa. 7:49. Okay, not too bad. So I think once I've soldered this, I might go make a new coffee. So we'll take a quick coffee toilet break. Because then, once this is plugged into the Pi, it's all about code. Well, operating system and code and stuff. Hopefully, anyway. I don't know. Like, this might not work. I might have wired up something wrong. So, you never know. It's my first board. Still a Rev 1. Wouldn't be the first time I routed something incorrectly, would it? Okay. I mean, these are fine. They're just, it's not the best soldering ever, but that's good. Okay. Dry beans in a mug. Yeah, no. I need some hot water and some milk. I'm a poor substitute, but I'll do my best. Butter fact 1. In antiquity, butter was used for fuel in lamps as a substitute for oil. Wow. Well, there you go. You're eating a pasty or a pasty? What? Okay. Use your foam extractor. Yeah, no, it's too loud. Okay. I'm done. I'm done soldering. I'm going to turn my iron off for now. That should be everything I need. I think, shall we do a coffee break? I think we should do a coffee break. Just in case anyone's forgotten. Don't buy CHARMHIGH. Wow, that's got really bright now. Told you it's bright outside now. John Cleese's real name is John Cheese. No way. Really? No way. I don't believe you. Is that real? Thanks, Eggim. I love this t-shirt. Yes, I know it's pasty. A pasty, I just... Anyway. As in arse, yes. You need to put that message on your coffee break image. Yeah, except I've already got that. I've already got my coffee break image set up, so I don't know. Not easy. Anyway, that's okay. He changed it by Deedpol. By Deedpol. Really? Did he really? To John Cheese? That is hilarious. No, it's blue. I told you, I was in the dark. Like literally, I live in the dark. I'm like a mushroom. Okay, let's do a quick break. Wow. Yeah, okay, no, got time. Quick break, and then we're going to go back to do the rest of it. So I'm just reading the John Cleese stuff. Cool. Okay. Coffee break. Back soon. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. Took a bit longer than I thought it would take. So, okay. Oh, lost my OBS window. Okay, let's keep going. Just too bright. Oh. Dropped a couple more frames. OBS is dropping frames. Excellent. Let's see if I can fix that. No, I think we're good again. Okay, I think we're good again. No, he wasn't hiding. He's annoyed with me, sure. But you know, gotta love it when your kids let the cat out of the bag. Oh, hello, Yuz. Good morning. No, dropping more frames. Be right back. I'm going to restart OBS. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I think I'm back. I have to keep monitoring OBS. I don't know why it's dropping frames today. But good. Okay, so let's get back to here. So get my iron out of the way. Try to tidy up a bit. Oh, stuttering. Did anyone see that? It's all stuttery. I don't know why it's doing that. So we need to unplug my Pi. Cable will reach. It will. I don't know why the video's gone a bit funny now. It's going to. I need to shut it. I'm going to shut it down. Shut it down forever. Sudo shut down now. Oh, I did that from a Python prompt. My mobile is not plugged in. Okay, try that again. Sudo shut down now. Apparently you can't type that in a Python prompt. So, it is shutting down. I'll unplug this and go away. Okay. Yes, I have daylight now. You can see where my hand, this is towards me, and this is daylight window. Look how bright that is. Yay. Okay, unplug this. So, I've got, where are my headers? Headers, I need to get some more standoffs. Standoffs. So I've got an old base I'm going to use just for now. It's not the right size base. I need a much bigger base for leverage. But this will do for now. The reason I put a base down is because the Raspberry Pi's got all these sharp bits on the bottom. And so when I put it on my desk it scratches. So I normally do a standoff here first. So I've got my little box of standoffs. What do I want? It'll just be small ones, I think. Maybe we'll do these ones. Whatever they are. I think these are all mixed up anyway. Oh right, they're all the same. Okay, I know what these are. I think I brought the wrong box. 1 second, wrong box. Yeah, that'll do. There, that's better. Okay, so 1, 2, no, too long. 3. They all get mixed up in the container, which is really annoying. Are they aspirins? Yaz doesn't have a fancy t-shirt. I'd make her one. I was going to make the kids ones and get them to show them off today as well, but didn't get around to it. One, 2, 3, 4. So I've got these large standoffs. These are also from Adafruit for the top section. Remember what I did to get them even taller, to clear it. So this sits like this, obviously. And the problem is, you see here, there's not enough clearance. See, it's touching. So I have the test jig sitting a bit higher with a bit of a gap. And then, so for the standoffs, these aren't quite tall enough now. So I stick an extra nut on them, I believe. How do I do that? These look like different standoffs, because they're not long enough. Interesting. Not quite sure how that's going to work. Because when this goes through, there's not enough length to attach. Remind Sylvia that she has the iron on. Sylvia, you've got the iron on. That's as much as I'm going to remember, by the way. I think these are different headers than the ones I got last time. That's going to be a problem. And I don't have other ones that are tall enough. Even if I add extra screws. So how did I do that? I think the only way I'm going to be able to do it is if I make it even taller. If I do this. But if that's, I might as well just then use these ones. Okay. So this is just going to take a moment to work out. Sorry, folks. Yeah, I might just do that. Two of the short ones together. Yeah, well, but two of the short ones is too much. Still. Maybe. We'll see. Like if I put two of these ones together. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Two of those together. If I've got enough of them. I should have enough. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, she's in tears. Why she... Whoop, dropped it on the floor. Why is she in tears now? What have I done? I didn't mean to make her cry. Didn't you put the screw in from the bottom with a nut, then the standoff? No, so on here... So that's got to be on the top. So then the bottom, there's no, see there's a nut. So there's a screw from that side, that's just a screw on both sides. Yeah, so it, these just seem to have the wrong length on them. Maybe they weren't the ones I bought, maybe I can't find the ones I bought, that's okay. This'll do. So I'll just do these. It can be taller than what it is. Actually, no, I'm going to be careful because it won't fit. Wait, the header won't fit. No, that's not going to work. Because then this header won't fit. Oh, no. So, I'll work it out. I think that's the length I want there. I think that's what I want. Oh well, we'll find out soon enough. Layers of Kapton tape. Layers where? We're never going to need more than 640k of RAM though, right? Apparently Bill Gates never said that. Or he never said it in that context. Apparently that's just an urban legend. Okay, so we need... Okay, screws. 1, 2, 3, no, 1, 2, can't count. 3, 4, where's my screwdriver? One. 2. Keep this in camera view. 3. My first computer was a Commodore 64. Yay. Well, I let the truth get in the way of a good story. That is absolutely correct. Wrong way. Wrong way. So that sits like that. And the reason I've got that is just for heat. Right? Like I want to let air flow underneath. Okay, so then we go... No, we don't. Oh. This is a bad day. Bad day. I do need those other ones. These need to be female. They need to be female. That's really annoying. And I knew that, but I forgot. I knew and I forgot. Oh, a C+4. Yeah, they did eventually come out in Australia, but the VIC-20 and then the C64 was so prominent in Australia that the 16 and the +4 never really took off. I'm sorry I'm missing the chat. I'm really busting to see if this works. Okay, that's better. So now, let's go do this again. So that goes there, and then these go in. Maybe. Let's put 2 in just to start with. To see if we've got the height right. It's really close. Really close. What I might do is stick an extra nut here. because it only needs an extra millimeter or so. Right, that might work. This is like Lego, only not fun. Okay. So is that enough? I need to clear all the metal. Okay. So we've got clearance here, so yeah, I can just stick some Kapton inside there to protect it. But we've got about 1 millimeter of clearance. Probably don't even need the Kapton. But that's good. So, we'll get some anyway. Find my roll of open Kapton. No? Okay. I don't know where my open Kapton is, so I've got a new one. I'll start a new one. And yeah, I'll put a couple. Yeah, Mark has got an insane collection of Lego. He showed me. Both he and Emma, his partner, both love doing Lego. Mainly cities, it seems. Okay, I'll put a couple of layers on, I think, just in case. Okay, cool. So let's get the rest of these on. Be funny if this doesn't work, huh? It'd be only slightly annoying. Hey Ian, didn't see you pop in. You don't like Lego yourself? I enjoy playing with Lego, but creatively I don't think I'm that great with it. Not like, yeah, not like I would want to be, you know. Anyway, my kids seem to love the disassembly of Lego, and me and the wife get the reassembly. Yeah, it's a bit the same with Yaz and Flynn, actually. Yaz makes something for Flynn, Flynn pulls it apart. Okay, so here we go. Okay, that's good. I think we're good. So, now normally I'd have these tall nuts, bolts, screws, oh god, wow, that goes in here to for the acrylic, but I don't need that for now. So I'm going to just screw this down, and I'll worry about some acrylic later. I'll have to design some custom acrylic. Almost there, folks. Gonna plug it in any moment. And we'll see what happens. The USB cable going from one side to the other is a bit... You mean these ones here? Or from here to here? I don't have a problem with any of it. It's a test jig. It's a functional device. It doesn't have to be a pretty device. Okay, coffee. So I should be able to, I don't know what port, doesn't really matter. Let's go with that one, see if it reaches. It's going to be the challenge. I don't know if this cable is going to flex enough. Yep, glad I got the flex one. Wow, okay. Might be a little bit tight. We'll see. Now what I didn't put is a little power LED here, but that's okay. I do have an LED for the status, for the battery. Let's plug this in and see what happens. Watch it blow up. Smoke, you ready? No smoke. Meant from the top right, yes. The cable barely fits. Right, I've got longer cables. Yeah. There's not a lot of cables in the short range. Like this is a 25 centimeter. Like the next level up is a meter. I don't want a meter. Yeah. See you later. Right angle USB, yeah, but finding a right angle USB A that goes to USB C is tricky. Well, I needed these quickly, right? I mean, I can order cables from online if I need to, but I needed something fast for this for now. So we are now going to switch screens, and there it is down there, and I've got, so what are we doing, new terminal. I know you're going to want to see all this bigger. I'll do my best to get it bigger font. Okay, so we're going to, what do I need to do? Okay, I need to SSH into it. So I'm now connected to the Raspberry Pi. Woohoo! Shouldn't we first plug a TinyPICO Nano into it? No, we shouldn't. Not yet. Well, it's not going to do anything right now. There's no power. There should be no power going to here at all. And what we should do is plug the screen in. But anyway. Okay. So nothing should be happening right now, which is correct. That's the correct behavior. Is it the right Pi? Yes, there's only one Pi turned on right now. So right now, none of the code's going to work. Well, technically, it will. If I, just out of curiosity, I'm just going to unplug this just for the moment. If I go into TinyPICO Programmer, Python, do it new.py. Okay, see that? Let me just go big so you can see. So this is the TinyPICO code. So that is correct. There is, take that off. So, blue light is correct. Actually, shouldn't it be purple? No, blue light is correct. Load board is correct. So it's talking to the screen. So the I/O for the screen is still correct. The I/O for the RGB LED is still correct. And there should be no power coming to here at all right now. It's asking me to load the board. But interestingly, right, you see it went purple? Actually, you can't really see. So that's blue. I know that looks kind of yellow, but it's actually purple. So what purple means is, blue means no board, purple means no board, but the ground detection is there. So for instance, if I try to plug this board in, you'll see that, actually no, that's not true. This might be wrong. Just, yeah. Let's break out of here. So what I need to do is two things. I need to go R-Mate. Does everyone know about R-Mate? So R-Mate is a way of me, I think you can use other things, not just Visual Studio Code, but you can, I'm going to remotely edit a file from here. So I'm going to go R-Mate, do it new.py, no, help if I'm in the right screen, do it new.py, and by doing R-Mate, what it does is it loads it in here. It's in a temporary file, so I'm actually editing the file on the Raspberry Pi, which is really cool. And okay, go away. The other thing I'm going to do is MCP test. I'm going to rmate test.py, which is my blinky LED. Blinky LED. So this is the stuff. Oh, that's right, it won't let me have two files open at once. That's really annoying. Okay, I'm just going to copy that. And I'm going to paste it into here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Go away. And I will go back out here. You can only do one mate at a time. Or there's a way of doing more, but here we go. So, there's both my files. So I was using the Raspberry Pi.gpio, but I'm not going to use that anymore. Right? I'm now going to use, I don't need time. Probably already got time. I do. So I'm going to be using Bus.io, Board, Digital I/O, which is all part of Blinker. Install Samba, then it's even easier. No, I don't want to talk to it that way. No, Python programming. What? So, we don't want GPIO actually we need GPIO still. Unfortunately. So, but we want to be using, so I2C. So I got to remember, it's been a long time since I've done this. I'm going to have to fix all these I/O shortly. That's for the display. Oh, AnyMouse is going. Bye. Oh, it's a JTEX going. Bye, whoever's going, and hi to anyone that I haven't said hi to. Sorry, I've been a little bit focused elsewhere. So I'm going to do a hybrid of different things right now, right? It's going to be a hybrid of both Blinker and not Blinker. So I need to check all my I/O. So let's I need to bring up Eagle. Mighty Eagle. Sorry, had to do it. So I got a message in Twitter about the stream chat. The reason I didn't trim the LEDs on the bottom of the board. Which LED? I did trim the LEDs. Which LEDs are we talking about? if you're still around. Pete? Didn't trim the LEDs on the bottom of the board. If you're talking about this, that I did trim them. So I need to bring up my test jig, multi-board tester. So I can remember what I/O I used, which is this guy over here. Okay, so, oh, come on. So I have to remember what I used for the pins, because I did make them different. So, test ground is GPIO 6. Ground sense is 6. That's still the same. Move that over a bit so I can see it. Button 1 is still 12, which is good. Out RGB 13, 19, 26. 13, 19, 26, that's still good. VBus sense is 20. Yep, it's still 20. 3.3 volts test is 16. Wow, I did keep a lot of these the same. That's awesome. Soft power 21. Yep, good. Power enable is 8. No, that's now 4, I think. Let's comment that out there. Now I'm gonna have to change all of this. This is for testing all the I/O. None of that's gonna work now. I need to change all that, but so in. Right, so this should technically work, I think, or should start to work. So I'm going to try to get a board in. This should be interesting. But I'm not quite sure the sensing is working properly, so yeah, these pins are screwed. Really are. They're just bent because of the slots. Yeah, really bad. Like, this will do for now, but really not good. Terrible, terrible job by JLC PCB. Does that all line up? Nope. Wish I could see. I need to change my glasses. That is really hard to see. No. Yeah, this is terrible. Okay, they're all fine, and they're all fine. Okay, so the fact that it said press button before is bad, because press button should only happen if it detects that there is a board there. See you, Shaq? And it's detecting there's a board there even when there isn't one, which is not good. So either I've got a short or there's an issue with my ground sense pin. So if I pull this out, oh, hang on, I'm not running the code. Let me run the code. MCP is not defined. What? Oh, I didn't import it. Sorry. My bad. Okay. Now I squared C address at number 20. So, I don't know what I set my address to. So that'll be interesting. I thought one of them was default. The default's 20, but it's not there, so what did I set it to? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Ha 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 ha. So I got two muxes. And I thought the default was ground is, or is it not ground? Ground should be the default address. And then this one is ground to grounds, and address line 1 is high. I wonder if it's not picking it up. Is there does anyone know of an I2C scanner? Yeah, for the Raspberry Pi. No, I2C detect. Is that... Do I have to sudo it? It's detect... Will that actually show me what's connected? I know I can see the... Doesn't match any bus preset present. Is that a 1 or an L? Is that a 1 at the end? Oh, it's a 1. Minus Y minus R1. Right, here we go. So it's only detecting 1 at 3C, and I'm pretty sure that's the screen, isn't it? That's not good. So it's not detecting the MCPs. Uh-oh. Let's get out the multimeter. Yeah, 3C is the screen. So I've done something wrong. Let's get the multimeter out. Whoops, wrong screen. Wow, this could be a fizzle. Let's see if I can, I might need my other glasses to do this. See if I can get any power. So I know that is ground. Do I have... Got 3.2 volts on that chip. And 3.2 volts, everyone see, on that one. So they're both being powered. That's a good start. Did I mess the I2C pins? I don't think so. Not with my glasses at all right now. Did I forget to pull something high or low? Oh wait, hang on. Maybe I haven't set... Wait, I might have to set the reset. I might not have turned on, I might not have enabled the MCPs. Hang on, that'd be good. Yeah, they're on the same bus. That won't be a problem. So another pin I need set up is MCP enable, which is pin, or the reset, 17. So I need GPIO.setup, GPIO.out, and it needs to, is it active low or active high? Oh, sorry, you can't see my screen. Apologise. Catch you later, Andy. Thanks for joining. Right, so it's active low. No, active high. Reset is low. Not sure why. Yeah, okay, I can just GPIO.out put. I can't spell setup. Do I want it low or high? Sure, I want it high. To turn it on. I think. High. Low. Okay, let's just use 1 and 0. Very high. Power enable. Untimed Rgb channel has not been set up as an output. Power enable. What did I do wrong? It says power enable is not set to out, but it is set to out. But this wasn't doing it before I added this. So what have I done? Must have an error somewhere else. Can I PNP this at home? What? Why have I not set? It's set right here. Power enable, out. Maybe it was 8. Yeah, okay, it must have been 8. Okay. Okay, so that might have turned them on. Yep, here you go, 2021. Yes! Okay, so I just didn't have them on. I don't know why I had the reset or the enable connected to an I/O. Maybe I did that so I can... Yeah, I don't know why. But I did. But that's cool. Okay, that's working. So that's now detecting both of them. So 20 and 21 is correct. So I now need to set up 20 and 21. So MCP 0 is on 20 and MCP is on 21. Okay, so that's good. The question is, why is it detecting with no board in there? Why is it saying load board? So it should only be saying load board if it detects that. No, load board is correct. That means load the... Right, okay. Wow. It's been a while since I worked on this code. So, when I plug this in, it should... Let me switch cameras. It should detect that the board's been loaded. Yes, okay, it does. You see that? Load board. That's working now. Load board, which switches to press button. So that is working. So if I'm not going to pull this out again. Well, actually I will, because I want to see that it goes back to load board. No. So there's something on this board that's making it detect the ground. So ground is supposed to be getting pulled. Right, it must be this cable. Right, okay. So I can't leave the cable connected. It's because of the ground. I need to disconnect the ground off this. That's a bummer. So by plugging this in, that's bringing... So right now it says load board because ground is pulled high. The ground sense pin is pulled high. And the idea is that when a board is connected, it gets pulled low because of the ground of the board. And that works on the TinyPICO because it's being plugged into the USB here. But because this is permanently plugged in, that automatically, when I do this, detects the board. I don't want it to do that. I want it to detect the board when I connect it here. It doesn't really matter because I could just unplug it. It's just a way of detecting that that the board's there. If there was a short on ground, it wouldn't detect the board. Yeah, this is really bad, these pins. Oh, God. JLC, PCB. Really? So frustrating. I'm just going to leave this plugged in. Get rid of the pins. It's just this board, guys. It's just this board because JLC PCB wrecked my slots. That's all. I'm getting them redone, not by JLC PCB. They're giving me a refund. I'm going to get them made somewhere else. But for now, I needed to test. I needed to build the rest of the board, and I couldn't do that without this. That's why I did it. That's the only reason. Yeah, it's not going to get frustrating at all. Don't forget, I'm also got the camera above me, so I can't see. I can't get my head over the top, which is why I'm turning it. Right? It'd be easier. Anyway. So I guess I can do this. Except, why is the code... Oh, my Raspberry Pi disconnected. Why did it do that? It's restarted itself. Nice. Or something. I can't connect to it. Wow. It powered itself down. Here we go. Either that or I knocked the cable out. Oh, that's not good. So by default... Okay, at least the LED works on the Nano. I need to just let it boot up. Have you got a cable you can sacrifice and cut the ground wire? Possibly. Oh, actually no, not on USB-C. That would be a nightmare to cut the cable. Yeah, I obviously shorted something which I didn't like when I was plugging it in. Python's awesome, folks. Love it. Anyway, I think I just typed my password wrong. Okay, let's try this again. Pick a programmer, Python, do it dot py. Nope. New. And now we're back to the no I2C device at 20. Again. Wow. Oh. Because I didn't initialize it before. I didn't turn it on before. That's why. Should probably enable them before I create them. Okay, better. So, load board, yes. Plug it in, yes. No power, correct. So when I click this button, it should power it on, do a short check, and if that's okay, it'll continue on. I'm going to get closer so you can see what it does. Now this will fail the test because it's going to try to do a whole bunch of GPIO stuff that's wrong. It's not using the MCP yet. But if I just click this, is that even in focus? It is now. Click that. Error. 3.3 volts missing. So obviously my 3.3 volt test is not right. So, no save. No, it wasn't a save. It was a... Because it was already enabled, that pin was kept high on the Pi. The next time I ran the code, it was fine. But after a reboot, I had it in the wrong spot. So, my 3.3 volt test pin... is 16. So it's a load board, press button, yep. VBus short, no 3.3 volt found. Turn these on. Let's go again. Let's press the button. Not found. 3 volt sense is 0. Okay. Why? 3.3 volts. Unless I didn't wire it up correctly. It's quite possible. sense GPIO in, and 3v3 sense is 16, and 16 is test 3.3 volts, which by default is pull to ground. I got 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock USB-Cs pulling on each other. No. Catch you later, Dave. Dave Darko. No, I think it could be that I've got an issue on the adapter board, maybe. So the 3.3 volt, test 3.3 volt is number 3, pin 3. If I load up my daughter board, okay, this is the daughter board. 1, 2, 3, 3.3 volts. So unless I got those back to front, which is possible, 3.3 volts. Which is there, so I should be able to read. Oh wait, unless that pin's not on. Check these pins again. No, they're in. They're in. Okay, so the 3.3 volt. That top pin, let me just get the multimeter out again. Okay, so I should be able to get, when I do this and it's turning it on, well, it hasn't turned it on. Ah. Wait, I know what it might be. Hold on. It's not turning the power on. This is using the PICO D4. So neither the S1 or the S2. I think I'm not turning the power on of the board first. Because there should be an RGB, there should be a red LED on. So power enable, it didn't like 8, but it's not 8, it's 4. I said it was 4. Oh wait, TP power. Yes, it's 4. TP power enable is 4, not 8. But if I do that, it didn't like it. See, I get this error. Maybe it doesn't like me using IO4. Anyone know if I can use IO4 on the Raspberry Pi? That'd suck if I can't. Four is set somewhere else. What? 4's not set somewhere else. Is it an input only? Have you set it to an output? Yeah, I have. Power enable, GPIO out. Have you set it up in the config.txt for GPIO directives? What do you mean by GPIO directives? Sorry. I shouldn't have to touch anything with the I/O. Unless it's a reserved I/O, but I don't think it is. Um, 188. Right, so where's reset being called? 236. Right, so one wire driver. Did you activate that? No, I've not activated one wire, I don't think. I have activated is it Rgb config? Sudo. Just SPI and I2C. Okay. Try that again. So let's interface options. One wire. Would you like one enabled? No. One wire interface is disabled. Check boot config text. Can you access that from the Pi? Slash boot. Nano config.txt. What am I looking for, Johnny? GPI 3 and 4 are also SDA. No, SDA and SCL are different pins. You use Nano, I thought you used Pico. Okay, well, I've turned one wire off, but I don't know, I didn't turn it on, so I got the same issue. Which pins are associated with PSRAM or spiffs? Add GPO equals 4 equals op. Where am I adding that? In the config.txt? Maybe it needs a boot or a reboot. Yeah, okay, it might need a reboot. I can do that, but let me just. So what does that do, Johnny FP01? Yeah, it might need a reboot, but I never enabled it though, unless it's enabled by default. I don't know. GPIO equals 4 equals op sets Pin 4 to GPIO. Okay. Yes. Permission denied. Did I not do a sudo? Oh. Bummer. Try that again. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought I needed to do this. Let me just try doing a reboot. Actually use VS Code remote SSH. Is there a remote SSH? I don't know. There's stacks of stuff in VS Code that I've never used. I don't know. So... okay, hopefully it'll be a quick reboot. Okay. See how quick it can reboot. Not quick enough. Come on. Should not take this long to reboot. Did I reboot it or shut it down? When did it reboot? Or does it need a restart? No, it's a reboot. Why is this not shutting down properly? Weird. Oh, that's better. Wow. It's a Raspberry Pi 4 with 2 gig of RAM. Why is it taking so long to reboot? TinyPICO programmer. Nah, same problem. Bummer. So can I not use 4? Doesn't make any sense. I have to be able to use 4. I know I should set up a SSH key authentication. I know. I should. Lots of things I should do. Okay, well, like, yeah, this is... I'm not using Blink of this, I'm just using RPi GPIO. Hey Samuel, yeah, what am I editing it for? There's nothing in there. We've already looked. I can do the test what GPIO command. What does sudo raspi GPIO do? Does nothing. You can toggle the pin. Cat sys blah 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 blah. No such file or directory. I can what? Are you saying I can do this from the command line? GPIO write 4.1. Command not found. There's no GPIO. you guys talking about GPIO? Is that GPIO 0? I don't have GPIO 0 installed. Intentionally, because it conflicts with Blinker. Yeah, someone else, Johnny, suggested typing that in as well. I don't have the package installed, no. GPIO equals 4 equals op. I'm gonna have to restart this, right? To make this work. Yeah, I'm not using wiring pi. Catch you later, P-Mouse. Okay, another restart. Sudo reboot now. Oh, except can't spell. Sudo. I can always say sudo. It's sudo. Whatever it is. How does everyone pronounce it? While we wait for a reboot. Don't buy CHARMHIGH. That's too bright. Now I need to close my blinds. Yeah, I say sudo. It's supposed to be, but it's not. It's, yeah, kind of. It's sudo. Am I using the correct numbering scheme for the pin? Yeah, I'm using, yes. I have, well, all my other I/O works fine, yes. I'm using, what do you call it? The BCM mode. I know it's super user do, so, but do is like, so sudo is how most people pronounce it, which I think is correct. GPI4 is also for SPI4, isn't it? I've only got SPI0 set up, and I can turn SPI off. I'm not using it, so I know it's sudo. I know, but I sudo because it's sudo. I'm just, it's bad habit of mine. Interviewed a guy who wrote it. Suiduio. Yeah. Check D message, might be a log error entry. Well, I need to wait for it to restart. Are you just trying to SSH into the Pi by USB? No. No, I'm trying to get IO4 to work on the Raspberry Pi. This is what I'm trying to do. See, that time it rebooted quickly. Weird. Do it new.py. Oh. Nah, still no good. Thanks, Jim. Made it myself. It's sudo. Show us a code that sets it as output. You mean that one right here? How's that? GPO power enable, which is 4. Power enable is 4. CHARMHIGH, that's funny. Have you tried some test code for GPI4 on its own? No, but okay. I can do that. Python. Import as... Oh, right. Apparently I need an I. Import. I'm gonna do GPIO dot set up 4, GPIO out. Is that right? Please set the pin number. Oh, I've got to set the mode. GPIO dot set mode. What's it? GPIO dot BCM, I think. Whoop. Whoop. Oh wow. Can't type. Set mode. Right, that's letting me do it. No code further down, resetting it. There's code further down changing its state, but not initializing it, no. So that worked. So maybe there's, yeah, okay, maybe something else is changing. Find. Set to an output. It's being set true, being set false, being set true, being set to equal 4. That's it. So it gets set to 4, it gets set to an output, and then in the reset it gets set to true. Here it gets set to false. Can I change this state where? Oh, right, what I didn't try. Hang on. That's a good point. I didn't try changing its state. This channel is already in use. Right, because I set it up before. Okay, so can I change its state? That's a very good call. Dot output put 4,1. Okay, so let's hang on. Let me plug this in. This should turn the power on and off of here. The RGB LED should come on. Yep, see, that's working. See that? That's turned the load switch on, and that's turning the load switch off. So that works in the REPL. Is anything else being set to 4? No, nothing else is being set to 4. Actually, that's not true, maybe. Wait, yeah, hang on, right. Yeah. That's probably what it is. Okay. It's all this code that I'm going to get rid of. That's what the problem is. Okay, I think I got it. Thanks, folks. Thank you. Watch this, mate. Do it. Really? How do I type in the right box? Mate. Do it. New.py. The issue is, in my code that tests the TinyPICO, I'm using 4 to talk to GPIO 23. That's what the problem is. Thank you, everyone. Woohoo! So, it was being changed, but not by the system I was looking at. It was being changed by this stuff elsewhere. All this going, by the way, like all this stuff, and that's why I didn't look there. Silly. Python do it new.py. Okay, so let's go back to here. Again, this will fail the test, but it might flash it. Let's find out. You should be able to see. It should be able to see it erase and flash, hopefully. So, no power. I click start. Turns it on. Found it. So it found the CP2904. It's currently erasing it. Cool. Now it's flashing. Okay, flash success. It's going to now load the test software and it's going to fail with a GPIO error. Or maybe more. There we go. GPIO test failed because obviously all the IO is different. But we have success. Yes, thank you everyone. Group effort. That was awesome. So what I need to do now, I need a progress bar. Nah, I don't need a progress bar. Finished us on stream. Well, it's not finished yet. I now have to rewrite all the testing code to use the MCP 2104, 23017s, both of them. But I'm not going to do that now because we've been going almost 3 hours. Wow, almost 3 hours. But we have successed. Moral support. You all helped a lot just by being here. Yay. So we have a working test jig, which is the important thing, right? The test jig works. The daughter board works. I have that the ground detection thing, which I can fix. I can do that on the next revision of this daughter board because these pins are screwed. They're useless, right? And oh, that's what I want to see. Okay, I'm going to regret this. Just quickly, I'm going to regret this, I know, but I'm going to plug my other one. So that was the low temp paste one. I want to see if this reflowed or not, because oh, that did not go in straight. No, that did not. Yeah, reflowing this was a bit of a pain, as I said, in my oven. For those that caught the start of the stream, when I showed it, putting this board by itself into the oven at high temp was a problem because it had to sit on another PCB because it's so small, and it affected the reflow. Okay, those pins are working, so let's see if that worked. Oh, I've got a blue LED on there, by the way. It worked. Okay, cool. It reflowed fine, but I can't really check. Well, let's see. Erase, yep, flashing. Good, okay. Do you like the blue LED? Blue LED on my high temp paste one. This is just for me. Oh, failed flash. That could be a speed thing. I might have to slow it down. Interesting. Yeah, it's a bright little blue LED. It looks worse on camera. Blue's not a very popular power light LED. But maybe, we'll see. Flashing success, yeah. That's a speed thing. I need to slow it down. I'm flashing it too fast. And of course, cheap. Okay, cool. So another thing I want to quickly check, actually, before everyone goes, what I want to see is if my other load switch on the battery works. So I need a battery, preferably one that's got power in it. I don't know if I'll have a battery with power. We'll see. There might not be any power in this battery, but if I plug this in, right, that's not on. Oh, right, that's interesting. I won't even know if that's on because there's no RGB LED light going when right, I know what I can do. Okay, let's just quickly, for those who want to, I'm going to do this. I'll do it either as quick as I can. If you post the link to the code. Yeah, this code is not public, but yeah. So, Python. Let me just set this up again. Set mode. Okay, my battery enable is 25. Set up 25 out. And my 3 volt test is 16. 16. So if I just print GPIO dot, how do I read the value? Output obviously does output. What do I use with GPIO to read the value? I want to read 16. Is it just value? No. Is there a get? Anyone know how to read the value? I can't remember. Oh, input. Okay, so it's currently high. So it thinks that the 3.3 volts is on at the moment, which is interesting. So if I set the output of 25 to 1, if I set the output to 0, right, you see that? So my load switch for the battery is working right now. So they're both active low. Sorry, it's my load switch for the main board is active low and my load switch for the battery is active high. So I just set 25 to low and now it's reading no 3.3 volts here. And if I set my battery load switch on and I read 3.3 volts, see that? So I can now, so this Nano is actually running right now, but there's no power light when it's running off battery, obviously. So what that means is, in my testing, I can now test that the battery works. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I can switch the power to the TinyPICO off. No, I can switch the battery power on, turn 5 volt power off, and still read the 3.3 volt pin to make sure that there's still power. Then I can turn the main power on and battery voltage off, and that keeps the Nano uninterrupted, so it stays on the whole time, but it allows me to check that the battery circuit works, which I couldn't do that on my TinyPICO circuit because it was all set up differently. So that's good, that works. Great. Yes! So that means everything about this works except for the ground detection, which is no big deal. No big deal about that, but I can fix that on the next revision of this. That's a daughter board issue, not a main board issue. So this main board works. Didn't do the buzzer. Does anyone know how to do PWM? 18. Yeah, this is a big win. I'm very happy, very happy. But I want to know, how do you do PWM? Anyone? I've got a web page open somewhere. Do you have to use an actual battery? Could you not just have got a 3.3 volt from the main board? I could have, but I also want to check that the charge works. That's going to be a little bit harder to set up. So if I turn battery on and power on, well, I'll show you now. Right. I'll show you exactly right now. 1 second. Let's go back to here. So if I turn my, to set up 4. So if my battery's on, yeah. So my battery's currently on, which means you can see there's 3.3 volts, right? And if I now turn the main power on, that little status light should be showing charge, and it's not. Okay, I'll have to fix that. By having them both on, the little status light should be blinking. I might have put that the wrong way around. Okay, I'll get to that. Right period and frequency. What's my pi? Is that the... Thanks, Mark. Where is right PWM frequency part of the GPIO? Wait, so where does GPIO underscore PWM come from? Is that part of GPIO? Yeah, I don't want to use a separate library. Like, I want to do it just by default if I can. I've got this open here, but I don't know if this... Apparently you can do it. I want to do it just with the P... Right, oh right, okay. So I should be able to go... Whoops. Oh, didn't like that, because I copied the wrong line. Wait, hang on. But where's the channel set up? Is it channel or is that just the I/O? Do I have to actually set up an I/O first? What pin was it again? 18. Can I just do 18? That's not a channel, that's a pin. Do I have to set up a channel first? Okay, well that didn't do anything. So yeah, I've already set it as an output. I did that here. How do I start it? P dot. No. Doesn't like. What's DC? P dot start DC. Oh, okay. No, no sound. Use. Okay, I'll do this another time because it's, yeah, we've gone over 3 hours now, so we're gonna stop. But no, I don't want to use. I can't use GPIO 0. What does 50 do? I don't know what start does. I might have got this. So I got a buzzer here. Maybe I set the transistor up wrong. Maybe put the diode on back to front. I'll have to. Maybe I made a mistake on my circuitry. Okay. Oh, it's just the duty cycle. Okay. I'll have a read through this. Thank you. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, okay, I'll look at this later. Yeah, I'm not pulling the scope out right now. Okay, folks, this has been awesome. This is a win. If the worst case scenario is the buzzer doesn't work, no big deal. I didn't have a buzzer on my other one either. I just want the buzzer to go beep to let me know when it's finished, because I get distracted. But this is a great success, everyone. Really, really good. I'm very happy with this. I can now test nanos, even difficult. I have to finish the code. 2000, yeah, should be enough to hear it. 2000 should be enough to hear it. Okay, thank you all. This has been awesome. I am going to finish my cold coffee again, and I'm going to finish this code off today, and I'm going to hand assemble the rest of my nanos. I don't have many left, but I'm going to hand assemble a whole bunch of nanos. How exciting. Okay, thanks everyone. Yeah, don't forget to like, please, if you haven't already. That'd be ace. And don't forget, don't buy CHARMHIGH. Wow. Too bright. That white is really full on. I need to get an angle where you can see it. Don't buy CHARMHIGH. Don't buy Charm. Let's do a chant. Don't buy CHARMHIGH. Anyway, maybe one day they'll do the right thing and they'll, yeah, fix their mistake. First dream I could go home hasn't been triggered. Did I just say something? Whoops. Okay, bye everyone. Really appreciate it. Take care. Have a fantastic week. I will catch you all when I catch you all. Maybe on Discord. Come and join the Discord if you haven't already. Catch you later. Exciting news setting up for Tindy tomorrow. Oh, excellent. You are going to sell your board? I hope so. I hope so. Good luck with that, Paul. Okay, bye everyone. Catch you later. Woo!